What's up guys, my name is Ace, and welcome to today's episode of Call of Duty Ghosts Maps Exposed, the series where I cover all of the jumps, spots, lines of sight, as well as dynamic map elements on every map in Call of Duty Ghosts. In today's episode, we're going to be covering the map Freefall. And I wasn't actually going to do an episode on this map because it is so small and there really aren't a ton of not very obvious spots on this map, but I did manage to find a few, so I thought I'd throw an episode together. And it is going to be a relatively short one, so I also decided I'm going to throw the spawn locations on the end of this video as well, because I will not be doing a spawn guides for this map. Let's get into it. Okay, so let's start it off with the A flag. I'm going to show you guys all the different ways to get to the second story of the A building. First one, some people don't know this. This is actually a ledge right here that you can jump to, and then you can just simply hop up into the window. Really simple and straightforward. In here, there's obviously the ramp that goes up that way, and then there's also another ramp along the back side right here, goes up this way. Now right here, there's no way to jump into this window. Obviously there's absolutely nothing to jump on around here, which is kind of unfortunate, but doesn't really matter because we can jump into this window. I see a lot of people that jump like this, and they jump like this, and then they jump up. Yeah, then they jump up from there. That takes way too long. You can actually jump straight to this one right here. It's really simple, straightforward, like that. That's much faster, so just keep that in mind. Don't take the slow way and jump, jump, and then jump. You can just do 2 jumps to get up there, so really simple there. So those are all the different ways to get up to the second story of the A building. Now let's move on to the C building. Now this one's actually really interesting on the backside. I have a great one. But right here, this is fairly obvious. You can jump to here, and then simply mantle up like that. And then right here, this is actually like a little bit of an invisible barrier right here. It kind of extends across these two things. As you can see there, I'm standing on nothing, but it works to get up here. Then of course we do have a ramp in, oh, where is it? This side right here. Yeah. So we have one ramp right here, and this is actually like a little separate room that you jump into to get across here. And that brings us to our backside ramp right here, coming from the C flag and go up that ramp. Now this one right here, a lot of people, they try to jump on this couch and then like jump in, or they try to jump up and they just fall down. The way to get up here is you actually jump to the arm of this couch right here, and then you have to aim it right and jump to this one right here, and then from here you can jump across. A lot of people don't know that you can do that, but you definitely can. Now since we're over here by the C flag, I want to go over a couple spots that are great for countering guys that are up top right here, if you can get up close to them. So the first one is actually right here. A lot of people don't know that there's this open gap right here, and you'll often have a guy that's like leaning around the corner. He's just sitting right here, and that's just a free kill for you. You can get a pretty good line of sight all the way around here too, and that can be worked the other way as well. If they're up top, they can be aiming down here and trying to catch you as you come through this doorway. So just be aware of that. And also in this room, we have glass that you can actually see through. So I'll go up to the top so you can see exactly where that's looking. But it's really effective for seeing people come through the bottom area trying to sneak up on you or something like that. If you're up here, you can see them come through. You can shoot through this, but you will lose a little bit of damage through this glass. Now back over to the A side of the map, I also have a couple counter spots for people that are up in the windows here. I guess you could call them windows. They're not really windows, but big openings. Unfortunately, there's no place where you can shoot through the floor here. But if you're over here, you can actually, oh, where is it? Right here. There's a little bit of an invisible ledge right here that you can jump to. So you jump up here, and then you just jump, wedge yourself in the corner, and there you go. You can actually see quite a bit of that top area right there. It may not look like it, but you will be able to see like their heads and shoulders constantly appearing if they're moving around at all. And a lot of times you can pick them off through there. And you can also try it from back here just to get a little bit of a different angle. Sometimes you'll see a guy that's trying to lean around the corner right there. Okay, so right over here, I actually have an awesome spot for farming lean kills, because lean kills can be a little bit difficult to get sometimes. So this is a really campy spot, but it is really useful and really effective in a bunch of different situations. So all you have to do is walk up towards here, mantle up onto this. You have to get your timing right. It can be a little bit difficult to actually catch that mantle, but then once you get up here, you can just lean around this corner, and look at that. You can see all the way over into that area right over there, and then this entire open area right here, and anyone that tries to come around this corner. And they're not going to be looking up. Most people, when they come through here, they're either looking at eye level or they're looking up towards this area right here. They're not looking up here. So it's a great way to catch people off guard and take them by surprise. I wouldn't sit there all game though, because you can be taken out Once they get kind of to your side here, you have no cover, and they'll be able to win that gunfight almost every single time. Now right in here, this is kind of an interesting spot. I don't see people use this, and it's probably for a good reason, but it might be a good way to take like one guy by surprise before moving on. Right here, if you just run and then jump up, you can actually kind of get up into this area right here, and you can lean around this corner. Like I said, maybe pick off one kill and then move on. Maybe it's just a good spot to reload as well, because once again, they're probably going to be looking eye level. They're not going to be looking up here, which is where you'll be leaning around the corner. So just be aware of that spot. Some people may like to try and camp here. Like I said though, wouldn't be the smartest move. Now right back here, coming up to the B flag, I just wanted to point out, some people don't know that you can actually jump to this right here. It may seem really obvious to a lot of you guys, but some people might not know that. I see a lot of people trying to jump over here, and that just doesn't work. Obviously, you'll just die. So you can jump to that one little spot, but you can't go any further than that. Now if you're at the B flag and you have the B flag captured and your enemies are spawning at the A flag, I see a lot of people just trying to basically take cover here or something like that and trying to defend the B flag like this. A much better way is to just come right out here and crouch. Look at that. You have great cover by doing this. They have to be coming through this area right here or from behind you, but usually your teammates have your back and you have a lot of cover, and they don't typically look in that direction as they come around this corner, and even if they do, you have way better cover than them. Alright, so now let's have a look at the spawns on this map. Like I said before, I'm not going to be doing a spawn guides episode for this map, and that's just because the spawns on this map are so hectic, and spawn prediction really isn't all that important because everything is just so cramped anyways. It doesn't really matter too much, but it can be kind of important just to know where the exact spawn locations are so you can kind of know where to look for enemies that might just be coming out of spawn. So the big thing to note with the spawns here is we have two-story structures on this map. One at the A flag, one at the C flag. For each of these structures, we have one spawn on the top level and one spawn on the lower level. So those are those two spawn points that you can see within those sort of buildings. I guess you could call them buildings. And just be aware, one's up top, one's down low. Other than that, we have a bunch of spawns along the back side of the map at the C flag, a bunch of spawns along the back side of the map at the A flag. We have that one A spawn that's right at the bottom of the map as you're looking at it right now. That's in that big glass area, and that's kind of interesting. I thought there would be sort of a mirror that would be a C flag spawn right in that same area, but on the opposite side of that, and there isn't actually a spawn there, at least not one that I could find. As for the B flag, we only have about 3 spawns for it. We have 2 that are basically right next to the B flag, and they're looking basically right at the B flag. And then we have one that's kind of mid-map towards the C flag a little bit, and that one's just a little bit odd, and it's very rare, at least it was from what I found. And that's about it for the spawns on this map. I can't guarantee 100% that these are all of the spawn locations, but these are all of the spawn locations I found in 45 minutes of testing. So that's all I have for today's episode of Maps Exposed. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.